this week's first Life of Joy Builder event. This is a brief introduction to what we have coming for you this week. We know it's been quite a stressful time with the current circumstances that we're facing, not just as a local community, but for the country at large. And so we just really wanted to jump on our resources that we have with Life of Joy and start to bring you some resources and tools and workshops and online events that will help you just manage this whole situation. And so our first guest that we have for this week is going to be doing a session on acute stress and how to manage that. So Sal, welcome. Thank you for joining us. So this is Sal Scatino. He's a licensed psychotherapist with Community Mental Health Associates, actually right here in Millersville, Maryland, where we're based out of, so local here in Anne Arundel County. So thanks, Sal, so much for joining us. And please tell us just a little bit, like, what is this talk going to be about?
Okay, so the talk is going to be for anyone and everyone who's struggling to try to make sense of this whole thing, right? This came on without much preparation, and when that happens, it can create a crisis mode for a lot of us, right? That's where we kind of tap into the survival brain. That's where we get scared, panicked, and fear of what's happening and what's to come. So, really, what I'm trying to do is bring some grounding and some distress tolerance to everything that's happening. Because in crisis, we create an imbalance between what is real, what's happening, and what our mind is making up from the fear and the anxiety of the whole situation. So I just want to work towards finding that balance for ourselves so we can feel grounded and we can identify what we can do about the situation, and we can also manage ourselves for our family, kids, because I know most of us have to stay at home at this time, obviously, and how to do that in a way that we can still feel as if we got the control. It's really just giving you back the power after all this craziness and confusion.
Awesome. Yeah, certainly a key time for something like this. So we appreciate that you're able to commit your time to it. And I just want to give you guys a little bit of detail. We're going to be posting our event page for this on Friday. It's going to be Friday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We're going to go live right here on our page, so you'll be able to plug in that way. We're going to create a Facebook event that you can respond to, just so we have an idea of how many folks are plugging in, and also so that you can share with others. We know that this is just uncharted territory for a lot of folks, and we really just want to help be the support to the community that we can. So thanks so much, Sal, for coming on with us and for offering to do the session. And stay tuned, everybody, for the information on the event page, and also for how you can help support us through this whole season with our spring fundraiser that we're going to be opening up. And it'll be an optional free will offering if you are able to support us in that. So thanks so much. And Sal, we'll see you on Friday at 4:30.
George, do you mind if I real quick just explain a few other things?
Oh, sure, absolutely. Go ahead.
Okay. So some of the things that I want to talk about are what are the warning signs and symptoms of acute stress disorder. It's something that we get after a crisis. If we can identify what it is and what it looks like, then we can start making the steps towards how to better help ourselves, our loved ones, and looking at when it crosses the threshold into high levels of anxiety and arousal to where we can no longer manage it ourselves, but we need to seek out the professional help. So that's going to be one component. Things that we can do during the day to manage our schedule for, yet again, ourselves and our family, because especially with kids, teenagers, right now with all the confusion and the uncertainty, if you give them too much idle time, it's going to increase more of the panic and the anxiety about the situation. And kids without regimen, they go a little haywire and they get all over the place. So you want to kind of hone that back in, and I just want to give you some ways to do that. And most of all is creating strategies, skills, and techniques how to manage these high levels of stress right now, and how to emotionally regulate all the confusion that's happening. Because when we are encountered with something that's brand new to us, right? This is brand new to our society, community, and world at large, we fall into this imbalance and this fearful kind of mindset, and that keeps us from growing. It keeps us from improving. It keeps us from moving forward and processing everything. So I want to give you just some little tidbits on how to better manage those emotional states so that we don't feel stuck and stagnant in them, but we can learn from them and continue to move forward with all the confusion, the uncertainty, that's happening right now. I just wanted to throw that out there real quick so people had a better idea as to what it's going to be about.
Perfect. Thank you. No, thanks for jumping in there. That was great to clarify. And also, do want to just encourage you guys. This will definitely be an interactive type thing. So if you can join us live, please do. We'll be looking at the comments, as we go through, so that we can really just address everybody's concerns. And then for anybody who, isn't able to join live and wants to, catch the recording afterwards on Friday, we'll be staying in tune with the comments to follow up. So any last notes, Sal?
I'm so excited to do this. Joy, thank you so much for creating this platform to give back in this time of need. Right? We're all in this together. And I think that's kind of one of those resonating messages that we're trying to send to everyone, that we're not alone here. Sometimes we can feel alone because we have to be isolated, but we're all in this confusion and uncertainty together, and we can do things to better help our situations. We have the power.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Sal. Really appreciate you. And we'll see you guys on Friday at 4:30 for those who can join live. And stay tuned throughout the week for more to come. Thank
Okay.
you.